And in lane 1 will be Jeneba Tarmoh.
And this is a young lady rapidly improving throughout these rounds. A personal best of 11:13, and she ran very close to that in her semifinal. She trains with Allyson Felix.
And Allyson is next door in lane 2.
Tom, she has to bring some aggression. A 200-meter mentality or a 400-meter mindset will not get it done today. She has to be aggressive and ferocious in that first half of the race to make this team.
In lane 3, just finished her sophomore year at the University of Oregon, English, Gardner.
And after a shaky first round, she recovered very well, running 11:10 in her semifinal. She definitely can make this team. It's going to take a near-perfect race.
Tianna Madison, lane 4.
Tianna Madison has separated herself from everybody else in this field, not named Carmelita Jeter, running personal bests all throughout this season. She ran 10:96 to win her semifinal and looked very good doing it.
Lane 5 is Alex Anderson.
And Alex Anderson has not raced that much this year, but 11:12 in her semifinal, not to mention having a nice lane draw in between Madison and Jeter, should bode well for her chances.
World champion Jeter, Carmelita Jeter, lane 6.
So many questions coming into these trials. She had lost her last 3 races. Those questions have been answered. The world champion seems like she is back to the form that saw her become the world's second fastest woman ever.
In lane 7 is Bianca Knight.
Better at 200, but running very well. She likes this track because her personal best was set on this track back in 2008.
And in lane 8 is Lauryn Williams.
And she has made so many teams. The Olympic silver medalist back in 2004, 4th in Beijing in 2008. So trying to make her 3rd consecutive U.S. 100-meter team.
And so there's your field for the women's 100-meter final. And Carmelita Jeter, winning the World Championship in South Korea, has the honor of wearing that golden singlet. And just looked very good here in Eugene. And Allyson Felix, she says, the 200 is my baby. That's the one I want to win. But instead of trying the 400 as she did last year, she's trying the 100 and trying to make the U.S. team in that event.
And someone asked me today if that hurts her chances at 200. It does the exact opposite. It sharpens her up if she's able to qualify to go to London to get that one thing missing from her resume, and that is Olympic 200-meter gold. But she's going to have to be in it early. Jeter and Madison are likely to get away very quickly.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
And someone's fingers are on the line. Occasionally we criticize the starters, but this is a situation where, listen, this could be decided by thousands, Tom. You have to have everybody obeying these rules. And of course, all of these ladies have been starting probably since they were 9 or 10, so.
Can't really see who's.
Yeah, it's impossible to see there, but the reality is that they're going to make sure of 2 things. One, everybody's feet are in the blocks, and then everyone's hands are off of the line.
So in lane 5, Alex Anderson apparently was the one with hands on the line.
We had a headwind in the hurdles. That wind has disappeared. Could be a fast time here.
And this is a fair start, and Madison is away, and so is Carmelita Jeter. Felix trying to catch up. Here is Madison in front. Jeter on the outside. Those 2 to the line together. It will be Jeter to win it. Madison in second and close for 3rd.
I think Allyson Felix is just off of the team. Carmelita Jeter wins in 10:92. She overhauled Tianna Madison late. But is it Tarmoh that snuck in to outlead her training partner? Here's the end. Look on the right side in lane 1. There's Tarmoh and Felix. Who gets the 3rd spot?
Whoa.
Wow.
It's the torso that counts, of course.
And it hasn't come up on the computer yet, so clearly they are looking at that photo. And it is Jeneba Tarmoh who outleans her training partner. 11:07 for both, Tom. And I talked to Allyson Felix recently, and she said, listen, Jeneba Tarmoh was a huge talent, and we're so impressed with what she's able to do in practice. Well, Tarmoh comes and pulls a huge upset by 1,000
You said
of a
that.
second.
You said it could be decided by thousands of seconds, and the last spot on the U.S. Olympic team was decided by 1,000th of a second. Tarmoh over Felix.
That's why you got to get your hands off that line, because the difference of an eyelash can mean the difference between fourth and not making the team, like Allyson Felix, or Jeneba Tarmoh making her first ever Olympic team. In fact, all three of these team placers are making their first ever Olympic 100-meter team.
Carmelita Jeter, though, the world champion, winning it in 10.914.
And Carmelita Jeter, who started out of lane 6. There she is in 6. But the person with the best start was lane 4, Madison. Look at Tianna Madison in the orange and black. She is in the lead for most of this race. Now here comes Carmelita Jeter to just outlead her at the line. And Tarmoh and Felix dip for the line, and by 1,000th of a second, Jeneba Tarmoh, the former Texas A&M Aggie, makes the U.S. team in third, with Madison second, and Carmelita Jeter, the world champion, now headed to the Olympic Games as well.
So Carmelita with the reaction to leading the U.S. team to London. Official results in the women's 100-meter final. Carmelita Jeter 10.92, Tianna Madison second, and Tarmoh over Felix. They had the same time in hundreds, just by 1,000th of a second. She gets the nod and the trip to London, and now Allyson Felix.